The Harvest Festival. In the heart of Africa, there was a small village surrounded by lush green fields. The villagers lived close to nature and had a special tradition every year. It was called the Harvest Festival, a day to celebrate the end of the growing season and the bounty of the land. Lila, a bright and curious young girl, woke up early on the day of the festival. She felt excited as the sun rose, casting a golden light over the village. Her mother, Amina, was already busy in the kitchen. The smell of cooking filled their small home. "Good morning, Lila," Amina said with a smile. "Today is very special. We need to prepare the yams and the sweet banana cakes." Lila eagerly helped her mother. They peeled and chopped yams, mixing them with spices and herbs. Then, they prepared the bananas, mashing them and adding a touch of honey. The kitchen was a busy place, filled with laughter and the sounds of cooking. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, the village square transformed into a colorful celebration area. Brightly colored cloths were draped from the trees, and vibrant flowers were arranged on tables. The villagers worked together, hanging lanterns and setting up a large wooden table for the feast. When everything was ready, the villagers gathered around the big fire in the center of the square. The fire crackled and popped, sending sparks into the night sky. Music began to play, and the rhythmic beat of drums filled the air. People started to sing and dance, their voices rising in joyful harmony. Lila joined her friends in the dance, moving to the beat of the drums. They twirled and laughed, their faces glowing with happiness. The elders of the village watched with pride, their hearts full of joy as they saw the younger generation embracing their traditions. As night fell, the village elder, a wise old man named Kwame, took center stage. He began to tell stories from long ago. The children gathered around him, their eyes wide with wonder. Kwame spoke of the village's ancestors, their bravery, and the way they lived in harmony with nature. The stories were filled with lessons and wisdom, reminding everyone of their roots and heritage. When the storytelling ended, it was time for the feast. Lila and her family sat at the large table, their plates piled high with delicious food. There were yams, banana cakes, roasted meats, and fresh vegetables. The flavors were rich and satisfying, a true celebration of the harvest. As they ate, the villagers shared their own stories and laughed together. They talked about the challenges they faced and the hard work they put into their crops. But more than anything, they expressed their gratitude for the good harvest and for the community that supported them. Lila felt a warm sense of pride and contentment. She was grateful for the abundance of the land and for the strong connections she had with her family and friends. The Harvest Festival was more than just a celebration of food, it was a time to honor their traditions, their history, and the bonds that held them together. As the night drew to a close, the villagers sang one last song around the fire. The stars twinkled above, and the air was filled with a sense of peace and unity. Lila went to bed with a heart full of joy, dreaming of the stories she had heard and the dances she had enjoyed. She knew that the Harvest Festival was a special time to celebrate not only the fruits of their labor but also the spirit of their community.